Good morning. Another early morning intro. Still not 5 a.m. It's still 7:30. Woken up early again, because of this guy. Today we're talking about the camera that I decided to buy after the video where I sold all my gear. Before that, we need to get some coffee. Do we need another coffee montage? Yeah, I think we probably do. Let's go. Now, before I sit down and do some work, I need to go do some exercise. I did the the circuit session you guys saw the other day. I've been doing that kind of every other day, then doing a bit of cardio every other day. So I've been challenged to this horrible thing you guys have probably seen going around Instagram, where you donate £5 and run 5k. Now, I am not a runner by an absolute stretch, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna probably walk, run, and see how we go. It's probably gonna take me an hour and a half, but let's go. Gonna go do that, and we will go from there. I will see you guys out there on the run. Let's go. Oh man. Right, we are showered, changed, we're rehydrated, and we're in the office and time to do a little bit of work. Before I do that, I thought I would talk to you guys about my camera buying decisions. So as you guys know, I have got some of my gear up for sale right now. The idea being that I can use the funds that I raise from doing that to buy a new camera body. And I've been kind of going through the different options and, assessing my budget to try to understand what's going to be the better way to go. Now, having kind of looked through everything, really, there's kind of a few options, right? My first option could be that I buy a second 1DX. Now, that could work well because that would give me two 1DXs, which obviously having two cameras exactly the same has loads of advantages. It means that once you get used to the buttons and how they work, you can look and you can operate them both exactly the same without even thinking about it. The color science will be the same, so images I shoot from one and shoot from the other, I can edit the same way when I'm pitch-eyed because the two cameras will be the same. Generally speaking, then producing very similar images. So lots of advantages of the 1DX. The downside to that is that it isn't necessarily so good for video. And especially right now, when I'm not really shooting much sports, I'm doing a lot of video. And so I need to better think about what sort of camera would be good for video at the same time. That then takes me to potential option number 2. 2 being the key part, because that is the 1DX Mark II. My budget isn't going to stretch for the Mark III, so the Mark II would be the other one that I could potentially look at. Even that is a little bit beyond my budget, if I'm being honest, but if I had to, I could maybe find a way to make that work. Now, advantages of that. It's an amazing camera. It's great, right? So many of the sports photographers are still using it. Loads of them will still be using it for the foreseeable future. There'll be some, of course, who upgrade to the Mark III, but there'll be loads who stick with the Mark II for quite a good period of time from now onwards. Now, great camera. Not only is it good for that, it's also great for video. Now, as I said to you guys, video is a key part of what I'm doing right now, and so the extra video work with that could be really useful. It's amazing at video, just as good at video as it is at still photography, really. So that could be really handy as I progress my video more and more, doing stuff like this for you guys. It's a bit beyond what you need to film YouTube videos, but I'd want to try to really expand my video going forward from this point anyway, and that's where it could be really, really handy. My next option, I've been looking at the 5D series, specifically the 5D Mark IV. The reason that's attractive is that would come in a lot cheaper than getting a 1DX Mark II. And it's really good in both aspects. Very good for photography. Is it like a sport-specific camera? No, not necessarily. But it's decent, right? It's really, really good in low light. Like, really good in low light. It shoots, I think it's about like 6, 7 maybe frames per second, which is decent enough, right? That's fine for me. Look, I started out shooting on a 7D Mark I, which was 7 frames per second, 6 even maybe. So I'd have no problem with that at all. Could really work well. Decent, it's got all the video capabilities that I would need. And with it being cheaper than the 1DX Mark II, that is looking at quite an attractive option right now. Lastly, and a little bit outside the box, something a few people said to me in the comments in my last video was, would you consider going mirrorless? And the answer is yes, I would. I wouldn't want to change systems right now, so I wouldn't be looking to switch to a Sony or anything like that. But I would potentially consider trying out the Canon mirrorless system. Specifically right now, that would be the Canon EOS R. Now, where that's attractive is it is an amazing photography camera, really awesome, something I could use as my everyday carry around, you know, use it all the time, family, friends, really good at video, so I could use it for all of my videos. It has the flip out screen, which none of the other options I've talked about so far do. Flip out screen could be really useful when it comes to filming these. Right now I'm filming this on the 70D. Which has the flip out screen, really useful. I can check my composure's right, I can see what I'm doing. Really handy for me. With the others, I would end up having to buy an external monitor to be able to film these videos effectively. Now, the downside to the EOS R, it's not really a sports camera. It does shoot, I think, up to like 6, 7 frames per second, but, you know, there's rumours of like a funny blackout thing in the viewfinder and lots of things that means maybe it wouldn't be the most effective sports camera. But right now, and the reality for the next few months is I'm not shooting sport. You know, I'm shooting stuff around the house, I'm filming a lot of video, and that's where a camera like that suddenly starts to become a little bit more attractive. But nonetheless, I probably need to think a bit more in the longer term, think about my sports work, and therefore that's where the 1DX series or the 5D series comes into its own a little bit, alongside my existing camera bodies, which will be the 1DX, and I've decided for now at least to keep one of my 7D2s, so I have that as a backup camera, and a camera that I can use if I need to alongside my 300mm to get that little bit of extra reach with the crop factor. So that's where my thought process is up to. Now, my plan is to try to order whichever camera it's going to be sometime tomorrow. And I mean tomorrow as in Tuesday, because you guys will see this on Monday. So look, let me know your thoughts. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. What do you think would be the better option? What would you do if you were in my situation? I'm a real, well, Mrs. Sandals would say procrastinator. I really like to plan and think these things through when I'm making these kind of decisions. So the more feedback, the better. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments right there. Let me know your view, because it really would be valued. Right, enough of the chit chat. Let's get on to the next thing I need to do this afternoon. So, a couple of bits to do. I need to edit some videos this afternoon, because prior to you guys seeing this video, you're going to see another one video at least. So I need to make sure that we get that edited live. Right now it's Friday afternoon. I want to make sure I get that video up live, because you guys hopefully going to see that one this afternoon. You will have already seen it by the time you see this, because this is future Rob talking about past Rob, and oh, it's like a parallel YouTubery universe. Now, my other big job for this afternoon is I have sold on eBay my 10 to 22mm lens, so I need to get that boxed up. Right now I'm actually using it for probably the last time, because we're filming this video on it right here. I need to get it cleaned, I need to get it packed up, ready to go and posted out this afternoon, so I need to get that done as well. So time for me to crack on with some jobs, and we will see where we end up. I will catch up with you guys in just a little while. And just like that, that was what? Probably 2 seconds for you guys. For me, it's been about 4 hours. So, just finished editing up a cool video about Lightroom, which you guys would have already seen by now, but hopefully you enjoyed that one. That's going to be a good one. I've got the lens all ready to go. I actually have just plugged it back into the camera just to film this last little piece, but it's all ready to go. I've cleaned it. It's going into this into this box and then into a postage bag, padded nicely and ready to send it off. I'm going to send it tracked, of course. All of my photography gear, when I sell it, I always send it tracked, just to make sure that I'm covered in case the buyer doesn't receive it. Or maybe sometimes you get some slightly more dishonest buyers and they might say they haven't received it. So definitely don't want that to happen. Don't think there's too much more to do for this video. Probably going to round it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do take a second, hit that thumbs up button. It helps my video out and it helps my channel out loads. I really appreciate it. Shorter little update video today, but hopefully you guys are enjoying some of these. Just kind of trying to share some of my days with you, really, because there's not too much going on right now, and I know loads of people are in the same boat. So look, let me know. Hit the like button if you enjoy some of these kind of more like day-to-day videos and me just kind of sharing with you what I'm getting up to. Hopefully you find it interesting. If you don't find it interesting, no worries. I guess you should probably not watch, which is a weird thing to say, right? I hope you do watch. I hope you do, and I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to keep seeing some photos, remember to go check me out on Instagram. You can follow me over at Rob Sambles. You can follow me at Rob Sambles Sport, and you can follow me at Scorchers Photog. I said it a couple of videos ago, but I have got a series ready of like my isolation photos, which I'm going to start sharing on the at Rob Sambles Instagram page. So go check that out if you're interested in seeing something a little bit different outside of sports. In the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.